Speaking of unbelievable, we mentioned this Missouri bill that was passed a week or two ago in Missouri that bans most abortions at 8 weeks of pregnancy, except in medical emergencies. It was signed by Governor Mike Parson on Friday. On the same time, this morning, the Supreme Court basically punted on another abortion question. I don't have it right. I can't remember what state it was from now. Indiana. And they got rid of all of it. They said it was okay to apparently bury fetal tissue if that's what you want to do. But the main law, which largely banned abortion, was rejected at least, or just not. It was a punt, is basically what it is, because they know there's a bunch of other cases that are coming. This one, and I think the idea behind this was we're not going to take this question up right now. But with all that said, Missouri has one clinic in which you can get abortion in the entire state. And it's in St. Louis. And it is a Planned Parenthood clinic. And today, Planned Parenthood released a statement that said Missouri's health department is refusing to renew its annual license to provide abortion in the state. If the license is not renewed by May 31st, Missouri would become the first state without a functioning abortion clinic since 1973. So in many places around the country, there is abortion is out of the reach of many women who live there because of material difficulties. I can't travel the 3 or 4 hours to get there, et cetera, et cetera. In Missouri, we could have the first state that has no abortion clinic. And on May 20th, the Missouri Department of Health and Services notified Planned Parenthood of 3 issues that could impact license renewal. You know they're doing this for ideological reasons, right? Here is a CBS clip that outlines this.
So there's a counter argument in that the people of Missouri elected these lawmakers, right, and they passed these laws. And it's not like you can't have an abortion somewhere else in the country. You can just drive to another state. Who's affected by this?
That's, I think, what's so heartbreaking about this story is that the people who are affected by this are the women who can't take another day off of work. They can't afford to drive 4 hours to the one clinic that's in their state. And they really can't afford to travel 5 hours to go to Illinois. And, you know, one thing we spoke about in that package was there's the 72-hour waiting period. So you have to do that 2 times. And so really who gets impacted by this are low-income minority women who don't have the means not only to have an abortion, but to have a child.
So this that's not even, this is the 3 things that Planned Parenthood have been requested. One of them is adjusting who at the clinic provided the state-mandated counseling. They added an additional pelvic exam for abortion patients, right? One of the other hoops that people have to jump through.
Yeah, what's the grand total now?
The third request, though, according to Planned Parenthood, is something that they cannot comply with. The health department said it was investigating, quote, deficient practices and needed to interview 7 physicians who provide care at the clinic. Planned Parenthood said it could offer interviews only with 2 who are its employees. The remaining physicians provide services at the facility but are not employed by Planned Parenthood and have not agreed to be interviewed. So Planned Parenthood has no control over that. The clinic will remain open, but will stop providing abortions as of 3 days from now. And so this is what it's like. This is what it's going to be like. And of course, like the commentator said there on that clip, women without means to go to different states are forced to be pregnant and give birth to a child. And that's the new normal. that is the new normal in this country, and it's going to get worse. People got to start to be conscious of this.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty bad for a while, like we've been talking about. Abortion rights are suffering a death by 1,000 cuts. So maybe, my hope is anyway, at least with these laws being so extreme and getting so much attention, maybe this will be a breaking point where more and more people prioritize the fight for reproductive justice, which, of course, by the way, needs to be part and parcel of the fight for health care in general, right? Because it's not just abortion care that poor people can't afford. It's any kind of health care whatsoever.
It's getting dire. I hope I don't know. I hope it gets the attention that it needs.